the Madman!
Hey, I've been sponsored by the developers to showcase Black Survival, a real-time survival game. It's like the Hunger Games. 10 players enter, only one will be alive at the end and will emerge victorious. Get the game using the link below for Android or iOS, or use an emulator like Nox, which is what I'm using, in order to play the game on your PC. I've played the game for 20 hours now, and I've played it free to play. This game definitely has very few pay-to-win elements. It really hits a sweet spot for people who like logistics, planning, strategy, tactics, the chaos and opportunity of a 10-man free-for-all. And this game just happened to hit all of those categories for me as well. This is such great gameplay. There are many characters in the game, ranging from a chess master, to a ballerino, to serial killers, to stockbrokers. Each one has their own individual and quite unique playstyle. There's also a character rotation, which lets you try out many different characters for free. You gain enough in-game currency very quickly in order to unlock your favorite ones. Hyun-woo is the character that everybody starts out with, and he's a very nice basic character, very powerful as well. When you start the game, and for quite a while, you're going to be playing in the Herbivore League. I am a carnivore, so it costs me resources in order to get these extra items, but for a very long time you'll get all of them free of charge, so you should start with them. These random supplies sometimes give you a very interesting starting item, which might change your entire build order, so you gotta stay flexible. That's the name of the game, to think on your feet. Alright, we got some crazy serial killers. We got these, another one of me, and then 5 other characters in this 10-man free-for-all battle royale. Let's see what my items are. I've got a gun that's useless for me. Leather armor, nice armor bonus. I like to start off in the lighthouse. I already have a lighter, which is where the lighthouse is, so I may not actually need to wander around here too much, but this is where one of the spawning locations for a knuckle is. My character is a hand-to-hand specialist, so getting the early craft of the iron knuckle in will allow me to get a early advantage in this fight. Fighting is generally worth it if you're both just kind of training against each other, because you gain skill in your hand-to-hand combat each time. I found a military suit. I wonder if that combines. I used my find bread ability. I like to sleep while looking up some of the crafting recipes. I wonder if that military suit combines with either of these. No, it doesn't. Oh, maybe here? So there's a lot of different crafts in the game. You have a general game plan, usually, but the starting items can really change those up. So, next up, wow, so 2 people have already died. Looks like this other character of, the duplicate character of me, is actually taking much the same path. He's going on the trail next, is where I can find a feather and a gemstone. The feather combines to make my knuckle better. Oh, by the way, we've got like an inventory limit of 6, so it's quite a bit of an inventory management game too. One of the keys is to keep looking out for interesting stuff to keep along with you, so you can really efficiently grab multiple things. Like here, not only am I looking for the feather, as well as the gemstone, which the tracking lets me know. I'm also looking for oriental grass, which combined with the boiling water are a very basic ingredient for crafting a bunch of the health items. I'm really efficiently looking for many things at once. Here, I'll drop this bread. A lot of grass finds here, so I'm going to have a lot of slow, but it restores health over time. This character's special ability is dogfight. So each time I meet a new player, I can dogfight them, and I can get an improvement on the skill it gets an extra skill point. Looks like the Batman died. Nothing really that exciting here. I'll go ahead and pick up the hairband. I think I don't have a head yet. I have the helmet, but the hairband is in general better. Got a crazy chainsaw murder lady here. One of many. I'm just gonna dogfight them and run away. They have a lot of restoration with these oriental concoctions, so I can stay in battle for a while. I'm even gonna pick up this water. There's 2 resources, stamina and health. You can only use these items with a cooldown, so you tend to do 2 actions and then you hit the restoration items. The more you play the game, the more you realize just how many different ways there are to use items, and the more efficient you can be in going, a mithril, in finding items that you can use on the go. Like, for example, not very many people possibly would have picked up that water in order to use while walking around. Oh, hold on. I'm shuffling this branch back into my inventory so I can combine it with my... Oh, actually we can make a circlet with that hairband I picked up. I still need to find out if this military suit can be of any use. It was going to be pretty good, except the leather armor I got. There's a lot of different clothing types in the game. Commander's armor might be what I go for, since I have... Oh, I have mithril armor. Yeah, we'll do that one for sure. But first I'm still going to look for a feather. 6 survivors left. It's been pretty brutal. A branch was found. I can combine that branch with the boiling water. Make oriental raisin water. Looks like that military suit won't be useful. Meteorite. Let's see, meteorite. I can make meteor gauntlet with it, but I'm already pretty far in my build, so no need to. Unfortunate miss. Can always run away if it looks dicey. That guy didn't look that powerful, so I'm gonna keep trying to fight him. You can see their level on the top left there. He's level 4, I'm level 5. He also doesn't have that amazing a weapon and equipment. Every single person I fight trains my skill up. Goes up 2 points each time I land a hit. The turtle shell, that can be useful later. I'll pick that up. So you can see all these random items which end up being good eventually. Go ahead and dogfight. He has the blood feather knuckle already. Wow, that did 52 damage to me. Which is the item I'm building. Ooh, 49. Let's get out of here. Which is the item I'm building towards. Ooh, there's random soju on the floor. Someone probably dropped that in order to make room. Right now, for example, I want to pick up this flower just to put it into my accessory slot in case I need that later. I'm gonna pick the gemstone back up since it's needed for my future build. So there are a few things I'm looking for. 1, steel chain. 2, feather. And then 3 after that, I believe I'm looking for hammer. Right now, I've been on the search for the feather for some time. I know it spawns in this location, as well as the trail, as well as a few other locations. And there's some random NPCs, which will, birds actually, which will fly and enter in quite a few of the zones. There we go, feather. If I were tracking it, it would have let me know, hey, pick this thing up. Alright, so let's go wing knuckle. Okay. Well, that was only 20. I can take this. Girl one. Whenever you kill someone, you get to take their stuff, which is a very fast way to get stronger. The knee pad there, I believe, is better than what I've got. So I'm going to go ahead and make room for it. One of the strongest ways to actually play this game is to actively go after people. Because they're all building towards something as well, so if you manage to take their stuff, you get a lot more power. Alright. I can build that captain's shield, and I have no arm gear, so... Alright, let's go for that. I happen to have the two exact, kind of rare items. I need another feather, so that's nice. Also, that bird drops... Wait, do I need another? Oh, I just picked up the knee pads to replace my boots. So I guess I didn't need it. Oh, there goes the feather. I could have used the other item that the bird there dropped. And it's a pretty fast-paced game, so you can make mistakes very easily. The game shrinks down over time, changes restricted areas as well, altering the playing field. I want to go to the slum to pick up a steel chain. I no longer have the mithril, but the chain armor is still a good thing to go for next, unless I want sunset armor. So I'm also looking for a hammer. Note to self. I think I might be able to take this guy on. It's close. He might have run. He probably ran. Alright, so looking for... Oh, another mithril. Wait, that goes into the chain armor. So, very convenient there. He wounded my head there, so my accuracy rate is decreased by 20 until... Oh, ogre skin. So, as you can see, being able to stay flexible and keep your eye on like really valuable items can just change the way you play. Like, usually I try to upgrade my weapon first and then go for other stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and apply first aid here. I need to start planning what I'm gonna do with this meteorite. The only effective thing I can do is build a moonstone with it. So I'm looking for steel chain here. I'm looking for a hammer, which I believe spawns here as well. But if not here, then other places. There's a steel chain, chain armor. Oh, and also I picked up that mithril, so I can go ahead and get a lot of equipment, a lot of armor. Let's look for where a hammer is. Town hall or dock. Let's go dock, because there's generally more interesting things here, I think. The town hall has more clothy items, more weird items. The dock has, like, stuff you can cook. Do or die. There's the hammer, which will get me my ultimate weapon for this build. Alright, ogre skin makes a pretty good item, the OPG. Start building towards that. Let's go for the meteor. Let's try building for both at the same time. So I'm looking for scrap metal and iron ore, as well as a cotton work glove. Iron ore, scrap metal. And from this side, I'm looking for iron ore as well as stone. So the key is to take a moment to plan out everything. The more you play the game, the more familiar you are, the more possibilities. Like, ooh, that guy has battle boots. I might want those. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take those. No, I just... Didn't I? No, I didn't. Yeah, that's good. I think he also had steel on him, which might be a shortcut for one of my items. Yeah, there's a bear. He probably got wounded fighting the bear before getting to me. Let me go ahead and pick up this ice water. Nice little recovery over time thing. You'll notice on the... Wow, there's only 2 survivors left, but there are notifications constantly on what's going on in the world. Let's see. So I want to go for that moonstone. I need a stone, which I can find in the cemetery. It'll tell you when particular places are noisy, so if you want to go at them and take advantage of possible fighting and possible weakness, it's a good time to go in. Let's see, Kundala requires another mithril, So many oh, ribbon is required for this. Oh no, that was a flower for me. So I need to go to the school in the uptown, but those are restricted areas at the moment, so I cannot enter them. Let's start looking at the other direction I can build, which is the OPG. I'm looking for... So if I actually get to this guy's corpse and just find the steel, I can skip the step of finding the scrap metal or the iron ore. Alright. There's steel. So, gotta stay flexible, gotta keep looking for opportunity. I'm going to get a hospital, which might have interesting health regain items, like these pills here. I don't think I need those 2 items anymore. So I can... oh, someone else died here. Nothing useful. I'll grab the water. Grab the pills as well. Oh, someone else died here. Anything useful? I have 7 ice water, so another 3 is okay. I'm not sure how much of the other stuff the other guy has looted yet. It might end up that he's looted quite a lot of stuff and he's stronger than I am, but I'm looking in pretty good shape now. Having gathered, well, what I'm really missing right now is health regain items. Alright, she's level 10, and I think I have better items than her. So, I believe I've got this here. Alright, she ran away. But I'm covering the hospital area, so it's possible she won't be able to find any more health regain items. I'm picking up a bunch of these pills, which will regain my health. I'm gonna drop the captain's shield. I have better now. And we're going to go on to another zone. Let's go to the alley. The scrolls of Dong Yi will allow me to build a pretty useful item. I'm going to be looking for more ice water. Sure. Use that over time. I'm looking for needles right now to make acupuncture. The garlic can... Oh, there's needle. Ah! And when she fought me, I was just too powerful. So she gave up. Well, that was a nice, easy win.
Really? Somebody, answer me!
Now, there are multiple characters in the game. These are the ones I've unlocked so far. They all have very different playstyles. I'll go ahead and play the chef next. Quantity of every second HP or stamina items crafted +2. And he uses bladed weapons instead of the fists. He also has this buff where he basically gets to do more damage for 30 seconds after consuming a few of his hit points himself. And he's pretty stout, has a lot of hit points. This time around, I'll just carry a bag in, I think. Yep. You don't have to grab all this stuff.
Stop gazing, or I'll fill that dumpling with you.
So I'm going to be seeking to really abuse his power to craft +2 quantity of items for stamina and health items when he crafts things. Due to that special ability, I actually have quite a bit of knowledge in terms of what items go into what. That's why I knew the needle and scrolls of Dong Yi, for example. I like to start in the hotel with this character. And of course, it's flexible. If I meet someone here, maybe I'll switch locations. But as a cook, a lot of cooking things in the hotel, as well as the starting item of the knife, which is what I like to build off of. Whetstone. There's the knife. There's the sweet potato. We're going to start off by crafting my advanced knife. Looks like someone's already starting to attack me here. He only does 9 damage though. He's actually the hacker. That character has a very special way to win the game. He tries to win by collecting a bunch of items and then hacking, and then he wins if he gets that off. It's very difficult to get off though. gonna drop this cooking pot. Don't think I'll need it yet. As you can see, there's a lot of noise going on out there in the world. Uptown Trail, Lighthouse, and people with guns alert everyone to their position when they use them. The honey and sweet potato combines to make a glazed sweet potato, a nice health regain item. I'm going to be looking for another one of those, or alternatively, let me drop this cookie. Water. I'm looking for a lighter also in order to heat up my whetstone, which allows me to cook stuff. I'm very happy to fight against that guy. Ooh, the problem with being the chef is that when you craft an item, you craft 2 extra of it. So while I was about to make ice water there, I didn't want to waste my bonus craft on that. So I'm going to instead take my bonus craft on making yet another glazed sweet potato. That gets me 8 of these items, which restore 95 health. Very big. And then I can waste my charge up craft making something weak like ice water. That means when I find the lighter here, I'm going to be able to heat up the whetstone and then bake the potato. Oh, there are no lighters here. What am I doing? I've already found a bunch of stuff. That's good. Let's collect the next part of my list here. Cemetery is busy and school is busy. No, this guy still has basic items, so I'm happy to train on her. The powerful thing about this character is I should be able to get into just like go ahead and face check locations which have had noisy things at them, and then perhaps gather up some gear that way. And I'll just focus on collecting health regain items. And I can also train using a weaker weapon to get my skill up. Do I want to take the gemstone? Not really. There's some lighter. Lighters don't usually spawn here, but someone dropped them. So, nice little flexibility. Let me craft the baked potato. I get 2 extra of this really good item. So, I am really well set for... if someone went through this, it's possible he picked up the Shamshir, so I'm going to go to this other location. Ooh, there's a meteorite. Hold on there. Let me grab that. Drop the lighter. I think the meteorite might change the build order for me. I might go for the 7-star sword. There's a jewel sword out there, which is found at random, but I'm going to be walking around a lot, so let's focus on someday finding one of those. And other than that, just going to the busy locations to check out what they may have. I'm going to focus on building my armor and someday getting a jeweled sword. Ambitious, but we're going to start building the legendaries, I suppose. The Galaxy Watch, which just has a lot of armor value. Alright, one person died. Don't know where. Whetstone. Here, I'll take that again. Heated whetstone. Oh, I thought I had a lighter. I dropped it though. Okay, this guy, he has a epic. He's hitting me for 40. There's the wire I wanted, but he pressured me out of it. This guy hit me for 40 here. That's too much. Right now, my armor value is very low, so I'm getting hit for a lot. Oh, hey! That guy just died. And look at that! He's got a super blade! Why build the weapons when you can just go ahead and grab them off of people opportunistically? Alright, let's see. A scream was heard in the slum direction. Let's go ahead and check that out. Not doing too much damage yet, even with this very powerful item, because I haven't been fighting much, and I don't have the skill in order to inflict heavy damage. We're gonna rest up a bit while I think of the plan here. So the locations where I'm trying to gather the electronic parts are closing down soon. Let me go to the town hall, which might be one of the few places that I can find thick paper. Another player just died. The hospital direction is noisy. We're just gonna go in there and we're gonna check it out. I want to make sure to... Oh, that's a bear. So yes, there's also random spawns out there. That's probably what made the noise. Let's go to the school for the fountain pen. Heard the scream. I think I heard the fire station. Let's go to the fire station. Alright. Since I have so much health regain items, I'm happy to trade with people here. Oh, she was fighting a gorilla. Oh, jeez. Come on. Okay. Phew. Ouch, that was a heavy hit. I'm going to go into stealth mode, since there's also a gorilla here. I think there are multiple people here. There's like a gorilla, and there's also multiple people. In the stealth mode, it's harder to find me, and the opponent might run into the gorilla more often. And I think someone died in this room, given that that was a lot of excitement. So, I'm going to be searching here for a little bit. Trail direction is noisy. Looks like there might be nobody left here. I'm going to go ahead and switch into offensive and then go into the trail and just start wailing on people. I could even charge up my power first. Yep, he's pretty weak. Oh crap, he hit me for a truck ton though. Okay, those two people are both pretty strong. I'm gonna back off for a moment, eat this potato, and we'll go into stealth mode in the trail and see if those two are still fighting. Since if they're both fighting and I'm in stealth, one person died to the bear. The bear was in the hospital, right? Let's see, the bear. Yeah, I think they're in the hospital. So unfortunately, it looks like they retreated, and then they retreated into the hospital where there was a bear. Let's see, there's a scream from the school direction. Yep, I was right. So parallel sword, but Detective's Heelys are significantly better than my boots. I might pick up that other blade as a backup weapon. Wow, I'm actually so weak in armor that I don't have... Ooh. Let's pick up this accessory. And let's go see what's happening in the school. Right now I've got very few stamina regain items. One of my weaknesses. Okay, fortunately I gained a bit of stamina from leveling up. Gonna keep seeing if there's any trouble here. He hit me quite hard. Let's sleep on it. Alright, so note to self to revisit the hospital. There's good stuff on the corpses there. Alright, back to, for the time being. Well, let's see if there might be, and this is unlikely this late in the game, that specific item, there's a cross. That specific item builds into it. Oh, she actually has it on her. The Veritas Luxemia. So no point in trying to build it. Let's go here. Oh, she has it. I would love to kill her and take it off her corpse. She's a little bit too tough for me at the moment. I think I want to pick up a bit of armor before fighting. We want to pick on weaker people like this hacker, super hacker. My main weakness right now is I don't actually have any clothes on, anything that adds armor value in the armor spot. Okay, 4 survivors left, of which one is the hacker. Alright, let me go to the town hall. We need to grab this this thick paper and the fountain pen before those close off. Another person died. So right now, I actually know that there's a hacker. The character of the hacker, not like an actual hacker. and someone else out there who should be presumably pretty strong since everyone else has died. Alright, so we're looking for thick paper here. Definitely had a string of opportunistic grabbing of items. Getting this honey early on in case I need to build more health regain items. Been carrying that whetstone for a long time. I don't actually need this dice. Oh. So we're gonna try to find the fountain pen at the school. Ooh. Oh crap! Ah! Ah! Oh, there. Almost wandered into a restricted area and died there. Okay, so I know that at the school there was a body which looked like it had some good stuff. The hospital also has bodies with good stuff. Unfortunately, there's this really mean NPC here. I'm gonna stealth and try to find the bodies. Hospital direction is noisy. That would be me running into the NPC. It's possible that other people will be drawn by the noise to check this area out. I don't want to use this honey. Here, let me see if I can realistically use this meteorite for anything. Probably not. Even though it's a rare item, it's an like uncommon item, I guess. It's a green item. Take those bandages. Minor healing for me, which I didn't want to use my baked potato on. Okay, there's a parallel sword, which I'll grab as a backup weapon in case mine breaks. Oh, he also, that corpse also had chain armor on it, which is much better than what I have. Let's drop this heated whetstone for now, I guess. So being in the stealth mode is allowing me to encounter this mean NPC less often. Let's see, someone is screaming from the factory direction. Oh, there was a steel on the ground there. The steel might be a nice shortcut into something. Heard the scream from a cemetery direction. I would go and check those places out, but I think I gain the most power by trying to find this corpse again. Oh, there's a tree of life. And getting the armor off of the body. It turns out that in this game, pillaging corpse robbery is like really strong. I'm gonna have to use this honey. I was gonna save it for building items. Oh, no armor on there, but there's a blueprint. The blueprint is good. That's actually a shortcut towards the cell phone, so I don't need to find the fountain pen. I'm gonna drop this thick paper. If I found the fountain pen, it would basically be the same thing towards it, though. Alright, so we're looking for wire. There's the chain armor. It took me a while to find it, but worth it. And now I'm going to go to the school area, go back to normal mode. Oh, school's gone. So let's go to the factory, try to find the wire. Whoa! Whoa, okay. So those two characters were both in the same place there, at the factory. Let's go to the tunnel. They were either fighting it out or the hacker was getting bullied by the really hard-hitting girl. This is gonna be a tough showdown. I think she might be stronger than I am. I didn't see in the very fast flashes. Okay, but I just got to build this legendary galaxy watch. Right now, as a chef, I have no health regain items. That's embarrassing. Let's see, chain armor can go into dazzling armor, commander's armor, so I need to find gold or mithril or the dress components. Let's see, where can I cook stuff? Hospital can be a place where I can find stuff. Also, I can find a doctor's gown here. Alcohol, I can cook stuff. Doctor's gown, that's part of what I needed. Alright, so we're looking for a dress component, which is a cloth, which is the alley. Okay, I'll go somewhere else to find it. Let's go to the town hall. So the reason why I'm carrying this backup as weapon is because if you use your weapon enough, it can actually break. Which makes it get weaker. Not completely break down. And I think I will fight with this enough to justify that. Okay, dazzling armor for me. So other things we need to get are our hat spot. I have a tree of life, which can either be used for healing, which is pretty good, or this laurel wreath. So I'm going to try to find the hairband in the town hall real fast before it closes. If it does close, I'm going to use the tree of life for intent of getting healing items. But if I find the hairband in time, there it is, I'm going to try to craft the tree of life. So let me go to the forest next. Nothing useful there. The forest, ooh. Okay, there's the very scary girl. Looks like, oh, there's the hacker, which is, he's not scary at all. That one's still scary. Okay, the pond? Maybe this is where I can find some cooking items? I really need to go to the forest, though. Let's see, this meteorite, I don't need it. Important not to hoard too much. Okay, so I might be able to find some stuff to cook, like some sea life here in the pond. Also, if I find carp. Let's see, I don't have the whetstone. Cooking pot is available in the alley. I'm also going to be looking for a branch, which isn't here. More carp. I'm looking for water real fast to combine it with the alcohol. A chef must know all his recipes. Oh, let's go here to the alley for the cooking pot. Unauthorized access detected in the archery range. That hacker has actually managed to hack successfully, but we killed him before he finished his process. So now it's just the two of us. Very scary girl. We're looking for alley, forest, actually. Let me first get the branch. Ah, crap, that just gave away my location, since there was a scream when the enemy encountered me, so I'm gonna dodge for now. Let's go back to trying to find the cooking pot. I still also need to find some water. So first I want to find water for the alcohol, which will enable me to double up on the cooking pot. The beach should have some water. And then I'll go to the forest after. Nothing interesting there. Oh, I have 2 Tree of Lives now. Oh, there's water. Let's drop that for now. Pick up the water. Go ahead and make soju off of that. And it's important to do this as the chef because the next item I make will get a 2 of. So we're looking for a cooking pot over in the alley. We're down to a very few locations now. I'm still looking for that branch also, very importantly. So there's a few things I really need. Gonna eat a little bit of bread, top off a tad of HP. Okay, so first step, find branch. Second step, find pot. since I actually have a lot of potential to get stronger still, I'm going to try to avoid all this fighting. Branch. And I also just gave away my location, so I'm gonna run away. I just built an epic. Good. There are only 3 locations right now, so shuffle, shuffle, so to say. Okay, if I can just find a pot, cooking pot, I'm going to be so much in a much better position since I'm going to be able to cook a lot of fish stew. Come on, pot. Come on! There it is! Alright, we're making fish stew. My chef's ability activates. I make an extra bunch of it. Now I have enough hit points to activate my special power. Just gonna get just enough stamina. Gonna go and use that too while I'm at it. Feeling hot. Go ahead and go into offense mode. Let's try to pick off that final girl now. That's a crow, so she must be in the other location. Oh, I should have, okay, let's go. I have 15 seconds in which I'm very, very strong. Eat the stew in the middle. It's gonna be fight twice usually. Let's back up for a moment. Use that, go ahead and craft that. I'm gonna eat this as well to top off. Back to the forest. I'm no longer buffed up, but depending on how powerful she is, I might be able to do a little bit of hit and run and then get back to her later. Alright, go ahead and eat that stew. She's level 15, so she's a level higher than I am. This is going to be the only safe spot soon, so this is it. I don't have anything that regains enough health to justify the use of now, so this is it! Oh, she used a pretty big health item. And I think we're gonna end up losing this battle? Oh. Alright, well, it turns out that she killed a lot of people faster and got her economy rolling a bit faster, but there's a nice, strong second place finish for me. And a very exciting finish duel. And we took out a hacker who almost won the game by hacking, so that's pretty neat. So if you get stronger faster, the final duel, you tend to do pretty well. But I almost got in there with the health regain items, but I think she had stockpiled quite a bit too. So that's Black Survival. Again, get the game below for iOS or Android, or use an Android emulator such as Nox to be able to play it on your PC, which is what I'm doing. Really cool concept of a game, I think, and I've really enjoyed playing it. So I really encourage you to check it out.